Pandas, 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 pandas. I got bros in Atlanta to some dope lean in the Fanta. Pandas, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys are here. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining, everybody. Kyle Lubers, good morning. Douglas Bidor, good morning. Chewy, good morning. Leading Loser, good morning. John Yonan, hi everyone from sunny California, at least for today, maybe tomorrow. Then more rain. Hey, rain is always good in California. Rima, good morning. Tanner, good morning from Montana. Cody, what up, my two-legged gambly? Is it like because we're gambling? Gambly? Tyler Malema, good morning from Southwest Minnesota. Good morning, guys. F Zen, good morning from Alberta. Mindful Jazzy, good morning. Ted Rajnes, good morning. Carl Harmon, good morning from Asheville. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thanks for joining, everybody. Glad that you guys are here. Laith Snowy, GC Burke. Good morning, guys. Fat Fingered. Kyle Lubers. Two big losers start today. Oof. I know how that feels. Hey, make sure you guys scalp that like button, pandas. Drop a GM in the chat as well. Thanks for joining. Exponential Trader with the all caps. Amazing. Energy. All right, guys, what do we have here right now? Daily chart. Let's begin. Notice on the daily chart, I actually readjusted this. It used to be like this, but I feel like at this point in time, I'm gonna actually use this as my pivot high, and we're gonna use these as our pivot highs to use, and I'm gonna adjust this trend line to match here. And the reason why I'm adjusting my trend line to look like this is because if you guys don't know, believe it or not, people actually use line charts to chart and you know, to make channels and whatnot. And this is a hybrid of a line chart and candle stick charting. And the reason why I'm saying that, you guys might be super confused and why buy my money talking about line charts right now. Too early in the morning talking about new concepts, but this is why I'm making this channel like this, because the hybrid is that we're using the candle here, but a line chart here, because if you guys know how the line charts work, it only tracks the closes. And you can see here, even though this, I'm using this pivot here, I'm not using this high, or I'm not using this body, I'm using this body. The reason being is because on a line chart, only the closes are considered. So there's a close here. No, the open is here, the close is down here. So on the line chart, it'll just look like a straight line down. So we're going to use the line chart here to market this pivot. So the first one we use a candle, the second one we use a line chart, which is the close of the bar. And so say if this was a red bar, then we actually would come down here to use the close down there. But since it's a green bar, small teeny green bar, we're going to use the close up here, the body, the upper part of the body, because that's the close. And we're going to get from this 1, 2, 3, 4 hits right now off our trend line and also off the 20 MA. I may readjust this again, but I'm gonna just consider this as a possible channel that we can have on this way down. And notice on the daily chart we have an A, B, C pattern, a second entry short forming here, and along this downtrend we have not had one second entry short, but regardless, this will be a second entry short. The next reversal will be a second entry short, no matter what, because we have 2 legs up already. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a good spot, but I'm just saying in terms of the leg count, the next reversal, which is the next time we break a previous candle's low, will be a second entry short. If it happens in this area, man, that's a second entry short on the downtrend on a daily chart. It's what I call big mama. That's why we wait for big mamas in these scenarios. So possibly, I need to see this candle finish. We do have news at 10 o'clock. I'm not sure how much we're really gonna move, but we'll see here. We're gonna let a couple candles form on the other charts, but also might be a little misleading because we had news at 10. The thing about news is that sometimes the news creates some volatility, but oh man, look at this, pandas. This is very rare. I don't know how many times I've really seen this, but look at this candle in 2,000 ticks. We had a half a point range. Half a point range. I don't think I've really seen that happen many times. That's very rare for that to happen. I don't know if that means anything. It could mean that we might have some low volatility today, but really that is very rare to have. In 2,000 transactions, we only have a half a point range, 2-tick range on a $4,000 product. That is just, to me, that's wild. That's wild. That, I'll be surprised if you didn't think that was a little unusual. Let's go ahead and look at the chart right now. I mean, we had a swing up and big mama hits with 2-point scalp, easy 2-point scalp, and big mama trades. So even though we lost that one big mama 2 days ago, we already had 3 big mamas that works out. So you lose 1, but you win 3. I mean, at the end, it's it's working out for itself. So, and that's just this week. The next big mama will be breaking the previous candle's low, which would trigger the second entry short on the daily chart. I'm thinking that this may be an inside bar, and I mean, that's what I'm kind of hoping, so I can make a trade off of it. But this will be, well, not necessarily inside bar, but it'll just be like a bar that really won't break the previous candle's low. Probably end somewhere inside this bar, and give us a nice setup when we break the previous candle's low. I just want a nice second entry short on the daily chart, hoping that will happen, but we'll see. You gotta only take what the market gives you, and so we'll see what happens today. Again, news at 10 o'clock, pandas. News at 10. So please be prepared. I may trade the news just because this is a eval account. I may trade the news here. We'll see. We shall see. Whoa. I may trade the news. We'll see. We'll see. If we get a good setup, will I trade the news? I don't know. We'll see. Let's just say if I trade the news, it might be exciting, it might not. I just don't feel confident in the news today, just because we already had such big news coming out already in the week. It kind of, I don't know a better term for this. And chat, please let me know if you know a better phrase to use. But in a sense, the market already blew its load on the first couple news events. Right? When you have CPI and then PPI numbers coming out, when you have something like unemployment claims or something like that coming out on Friday, you're thinking it might not make a big move because it's already done, right? The big news is already done. The big move is already done. It's kind of already did its thing. I don't know better terms to use other than it blew its load. It's we all know what it means, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be gross here. I'm just saying I don't know any other term better than that. It's climaxed. Is that better? Is that a better Pierce says, I don't know. What does it mean? It just means that it already gave all its energy. It gave all its energy already, and it has nothing left in the tank. That's it. There's nothing left in the tank. I'll just use that. That is better. Thank you. You helped me figure out a better term to use, a better phrase. There's nothing left in the tank. It's already used all its fuel earlier in the week. Let's just say that. The threshold was met with explosive theory. Fury? How can you quickly view the value candles? If you guys don't know, you can middle click on your mouse, and you'll see here all those things. You'll see OHLC, open, high, low, close, and it tells you the time, tells you everything about it. If you middle click the candles. Market just opened, pandas. The main earthquake has happened, only aftershocks are left. All right. That doesn't seem like a very smooth phrase to use. It's when a mommy stock market and a daddy stock market really love each other. It's kind of how all of us are here, pretty much. And if you're not here for those reasons, then welcome to Earth. All right, pandas. What's going on here? News at 10. We could be choppy until then, but I'm gonna trade what's in front of me. Again, a small little baby candle. It's super annoying. It's not as small as this one, which is only 2 ticks. This one is about 3 ticks. So 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks, 1 point range. It is St. Patrick's Day. Hope you guys are wearing green. Oh, I hope we end green today for St. Patty's. Let's end green for today for St. Patty's Day. Is the next holiday Easter? Whoa. All right, I reloaded my chart just in case this candle here was not a misprint. And it is still there. That is cool. Very interesting. GC Burke says, Peter Cho says, the bulls are dads and bears moms. Maybe that kind of makes sense. I mean, bulls is a masculine form, so I just got an idea for a sci-fi story. Evil scientist clones great traders, takes over world economy. That sounds like one of the worst movie plots I've ever heard. I'm sorry if I'm sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble, my friend. Mindful Jazz, that half 2 tick candle is actually an ICT delicacy. You can see how it propulsed right off that candle. This is a special ICT propulsion stud, we'll call it. Not even a block, it's just a stud. Second entry long for me here, but underneath the 20 MA. Ooh, now the signal bar is okay. Looking for a second entry long here. First break of this channel here. Okay, this is your signal bar. It's not good. And it almost makes you your scalp, not quite yet. You can come with a retracement if you like how this is going. And that's a nice trigger bar, nice entry bar. But this is your signal bar. You have to consider it. You can come with a retracement at this point if you like this bar. You're like, okay, I think it's gonna keep going up. Strong bull bar. But I would be scared right now if I was in this trade, to be honest. Seems like it, like at this point I've already have conceded and said, all right, I probably lost already. Already accepted my fate at this point, and trap may trigger, or maybe not. I skipped this purely because of the signal bar was terrible. You can come in with a retracement, like a really deep retracement here. Notice that your probability is very low, but your risk rewards, you know, for the risk reward, it might be worth it. Because your risk is very small, but your probability is very small. Small, teeny baby little candle again. Okay, trap triggers and you just got stopped out. If you enter that long, unfortunately, just a weird price action right there. I skipped it because terrible signal bar. But let's see in terms of the context if it was a good skip. Would I ever consider if that's like, let's just say that was a good signal bar, would I have considered going long there? Would I have considered going long if it was a good signal bar? Not bad, actually. Not bad of a trade. Not the worst setup. Not the worst setup. Coming up to 20 maybe, first break of trend, you're looking for a new high. Not the worst trade if I were to take it if it had a good signal bar, to be honest. I might have lost that and been like, alright, it is what it is. But the main reason why I saved me was because the signal bar was probably one of the worst signal bars you can imagine, right? In terms of its shape, it's pretty much a bar that almost ends on its low, one tick away from its low. So that in itself, like, I usually cannot trade with a signal bar like this. You might be able to, but I cannot. It's hard. It's very difficult. Someone took this trap. Peter took the trap. Let's go, baby. Hey, congratulations. If you took this trap, you're in a runner. And let's see how far it goes. The reason why I didn't take the trap, again, is because I'm looking for that new high before the trap, before I want to trade the trap. Nor was I really close to any resistance. So, a little difficult for me to take this trap. So, that's why I'm not in it. But if you're in it, congratulations. I hope you make a lot of bamboo from this. Runner gets stopped out, unfortunately, for those who are in a runner. Thoughts and prayers to that runner. We're looking for that new high now, potentially. Yeah, hey, if you took the trap and it fit your risk reward and you think the probability was high enough for you, maybe you're not seeing the way I'm seeing it. That's completely okay. And if you made money, that's good. I mean, I can't complain if you're making money. Yeah, you know what's funny? It actually does bounce off of that area with the 2-tick candle. The little 2-tick candle bounces off of that. It's kind of funny. It's actually kind of interesting that we had a 2-tick candle and actually came off of that area. There's no coincidences in this market. I'm looking for that new high. Second entry long, higher low. I'll look for a trap to the upside. So if we get a fail second entry short here, I'll consider going long here. If we get a fail second entry short, that is. Before we make that new high. But also, if you hesitate at all, if you have any reason just for yourself not to take it, then skip it. Don't have to feel bad about it. gonna take this trap like I mentioned already. I was anticipating this setup, and so this is why I'm getting it ready. Because we're looking for that new high still. It's a little bit away from 20 MA, but close enough for me. It's not too bad, not too off. If we have a super strong move down, I actually like the fact that if it bounces up 20 MA here, I like that. I like that fact. Beautiful setup. Goodness, beautiful setup. I mean, that is a A+ setup here, in my opinion. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. You know that's a good setup because of how quick that scalp happened. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. You know that's an A+ setup because of how fast that scalped. That's another indication, confirmation that that was a good trade because so many people entered that trade. It just pushed this, I almost said propulsed this move up, but it pushed this move up. Let's go, baby. We're in a runner. Man, that was an A+ setup. I love it. I love it. I love when you have a setup that you don't even care if you lose it because you love it. Signal bar is beautiful, coming off of support, looking for that new high, creating a double top, and I can't, you know, that's an A+ setup. Like, I should have gone with more contracts, to be honest, especially with the evaluation. I don't know if I would risk that on a PA, like, you know, just go massive amounts of trades or contracts, but I would, yeah. Looking back at it, I was like, man, that's that's an A+ setup. I don't know how else to explain it. If you waited all week for this setup and just traded like 20 contracts, it might have been worth it. It might have been worth it. You just wait for weeks now for setups, not even a day. Yeah, it's all good. Still got our bamboo. Fortunately, our runner gets stopped out before we got any pivots, so I'm just letting it go. Got that bamboo still. Made that new high, so we can reverse here. At this point, nothing much really left to happen here. But would I take a trap to the other side at this point? Maybe. Hugh says, I'm glad that worked out, but I skipped because it's starting to look like a range. You can consider it looking like a range because, you know, you can see that we had a pullback. But in general, when this happens, especially if you have enough room before hitting the top of this, if it was a range, especially if you have enough room to it, then you could take that. You know, it's just more of a reason that you can take it. But if you felt like you're in the top of a trading range, don't take the trade. And in the long run, you know, that probably works out for you. What can I say? Like, the safer you are, like, I think in the long run it's gonna work out. So if you thought it was a range, yeah. Andre, be thinking of taking a big 1-1 trade, shooting for 4K. $4,000 level does make a lot of sense. It actually was a previous day's high. If you saw, previous day's high was at the 4,000 level, and we may come back up to it, especially with news today at 10 o'clock. I don't know though. I don't know. I gotta really look at the price action. If I trade news, it really could help trying to finish this account quicker, or this eval quicker. I just don't think this is the news for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this is necessarily the news that's gonna really move this market, but who knows? Maybe it is. I mean, when you have CPI numbers coming out already, like, that's the big one, right? That's like, you know, it's already been revealed, you know, kind of like the big news. Though I want to look for a short trade here. Not sure. Uh, do I want to enter a short trade here? I don't know. I don't know. Now it's starting to really look like a range because we have the trade range indicator now forming here. Not on the lower high. Trap trade perhaps. I would consider it, but this is tough. Tough. Potential trap trade on 10,000 tick chart forming here. This looks kind of bearish, but hard to say really. We have a trap here, and this trap triggers. I mean, I'm thinking we're going to hit 4,000 level when you have a trap like this on the 10,000 tick, especially on the 20 MA like this, but it could also be turning into a range at this point as well. Tricky. Might not be what you want. You might want to hear just buy, sell. I mean, you do get those as well. You can see exactly where I enter my trades. Like I'm streaming live, so I mean, if you're looking for like a buy sell signal, that's not the point of this stream, but I do show you when I'm about to enter trades and I don't. And I anticipate. I called this trade out already while these candles were forming. Like I called that trade out. The moment this second push up happened, I called this trade out while I wanted to trade. And that's why you kind of have to be about 2 or 3 steps ahead just to anticipate your setup. So you know if you're gonna take the trap or if you're gonna take the second. Like you have to. In my opinion, like I don't like taking traps unless I'm anticipating the trap. So like if I'm already in like a second entry long, like I typically don't reverse my trade unless I'm already thinking about it. I'm gonna reverse this if this traps. You know, like I don't like to reverse it just because I'm gonna lose this trade. Let me just reverse it. If I don't enter the trade already thinking it, then I typically don't do it. Even though like yesterday I showed you, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I showed, you know, why I don't like reversing trades. I was like, because I just got back-to-back losses because of it, and it, you know, it ended up being confusing price action and started ranging out a little bit. It got really choppy. So there's always a risk of that, and that's why I don't do it, because of that risk. News in about 13 minutes here. Am I trading news today? Is it worth? I would like to trade a setup regardless of news, but the 300K account, yeah. If I do trade news, I'll trade it like any other trade. Let's just say that. Like I don't want to trade news, you know, just for a 50-50 trade. I want to trade news if it like kind of matches the setup, and then I'll trade it. Trap does trigger as outside bar reversal, but I was already thinking of skipping it just because I do not like this price action right now. It looks choppy. Not choppy, it looks like a trading range. And also, look at where it triggers. We're too far away from 20 MA, right? Too close to this pivot low. And it, you know, if you enter that trade, you got stopped out. Because your signal bar is right here. You just got stopped out if you took that trap, unfortunately. And this is what it is. It was an outside bar reversal. Now if the trap triggers, a little bit better because we got a little closer to the resistance. But notice how big the risk is. And now we're going to trigger near the low here. It's a funky looking price action right now. I'm just going to skip it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars in a row. I'm just going to let this one go. Especially when we have news in about 10 minutes. I may wait till then. Trap does trigger. Not in a place where I like, not with the risk I like. A lot of things about it, I can't take it. Even though if it works out, I'm okay. I have peace with it. Peace with leaving that. Pandas, we do have news at 10. The news is going to be the prelim UOM, University of Michigan consumer sentiment. Is that huge news? Is that news that can make or break your account, your evals? I don't know. I've already mentioned it, but I don't know. I feel like CPI numbers just kind of overshadows the consumer sentiment report. I mean, if the consumer sentiment report was like the only news in the week, or there was like, you know, less impactful news before it, then yeah, then maybe it could, because traders are always looking for a reason, you know, to trade it with volatility. Is today quad witching day? Futures expires, options expire. I mean, options expire pretty much every day now. But typically, yeah, the options expire for most stocks. I think. Yeah, is it the second Friday? I don't know, something like third Friday or something like that. What else is in triple? Or in the witching day? You have that, you have that, you have the futures, you have the options. Pandas, 167 viewers and 27 likes. Might as well just report this channel. Might as well just get this channel off of YouTube. Getting a decent push up after H4 setup. I don't like taking H4s like this. Higher low, possibly. I may want it. Hey, appreciate the likes. Appreciate the likes. All right, we got about 7 more minutes. Should I trade the news, Pandas? Hey, Pandas, let's see. Let's do a poll. Which way do you think the news will go? Richard Harris says, Panda, can you get a stripper poll? Humble trader tripled her audience. Maybe I'll just swing around on a bamboo stock. Kyle Lubbers puts an interesting theory out there. Says opposite of where it's going 1 minute beforehand, thinking that the news will always reverse that direction. Huh, interesting. I wonder if that's true. If you look back at the last like 100 news events with spikes that are bigger than like 10 points, does it usually, the chances, are they higher on a reversal or not? Yeah, for me, honestly, when Humble Trader did that, she sold out. She sold out big time. Anything for clout, huh? Anything for the clout. Second entry long here. A, B, C. Second entry long. Pikachu trade. Do I like this trade? I kind of do. I kind of like it here, but really depends how you want to mark this. I don't know. I kind of like this second entry long here. But at the same time, I kind of don't like it. It's tricky. Ugh. Maybe I'll come with a small retracement so I don't get hurt too much by it. I'm in this trade. I reduced my risk because I don't feel super confident about it. Thinking maybe break a trend to new low already created. Second entry long, coming off an H4 setup, bottom of trading range, potentially. And I reduced my risk because I'm not super confident in it. Plus, it's kind of close to news, about 5 more minutes. And, but I'm going to take the second entry long here and see what happens. I don't like that reaction. You never want to really go reverse. You never want the trap to trigger. The trap triggers are coming out break even. Coming out break even here, no matter what. See, when it reverses, I'm coming out break even. I don't even care what happens. If it does make it, it makes it. See, the reason why I like to come break even is because if it does, if I still believe my premise, I can come in with a higher low setup. But if the trap triggers, I'm out. I'm skunking my trade. Like, you never want your trade to reverse. So I come out break even there. I think a lot of other traders did as well. But I mean, this could still work out. You're still safe here, right? Your trade, your stop loss is way down here, and so. But when the trap triggers, I just don't like it, and I'll just get out, break even if I can. I skunked it, but it could still work out. We're still safe technically. But I will be sweating right now. Let's just say that. And again, if you do like your premise still, you can enter here still on the second try. It's a second entry. Basically this trap failing. If I like my premise still, I can enter long here. But we're so close to news. I'm gonna let it play out. And yeah, I'm not gonna take any chances here. Just gonna let it work out. So if you enter long here again, man, you just got double trapped. If you tried 2 times here and you held it, you doubled your position, you just lost it. You got 4 pushes down now. It's an H4 setup. I actually like this H4 now. I'll consider this H4 setup here. Do not copy my trades. Unless you want to lose money, do not copy my trades. It's getting so choppy at this point as well. I'm going to sit on my pause. Too close to news, too choppy, too many overlapping bars. Let's wait for the next setup. I have some clairvoyance here. I'm seeing clear-minded. It's just we're gonna skip it. We're gonna just let it go, pandas. We're gonna let it go. Big Mama today. Hansman said, Panda, if I did a quick back test of possible Big Mama trades last year, guess what? All month closed green. Exactly, Hansman. Exactly. Hey, don't tell anyone about the Big Mama trade. Don't tell anyone about the Big Mama trade. That's my trademark setup. How could you talk about it? How could you talk about it like that? I will most likely release a video soon about Big Mama. My Big Mama trade. I call it Big Mama, but I should call it something else. Big Mama just because that's what it feels like when it's about to trigger. It's like it's the Big Mama. But yeah, hey, that's exclusive to this channel, guys. Don't talk about it. Don't even let people know about it. It's our special setup. Yeah, exactly. Number 1 rule, don't talk about Big Mama. Number 2 rule, don't talk about Big Mama. Money back trade. Big Mama trade. I'm glad I skipped any trade here in this area. It's getting super choppy. We do have news coming up here in about 1 minute. So pandas, if I'm going to take a direction, you guys think, you guys are pretty across the board even, yet basically have no idea what direction the move is going to go. If I'm going to have to take a guess here, It's tough, actually. I don't know. No idea. It's super choppy right now. If I had to choose a direction, Big Mama, or not Big Mama, the news event, which direction would I choose? Maybe short at this point. I don't know. Maybe mischarted this. This does look like a break of trend to new low here. I would say up. I would say up. Okay, news about a trigger. In this trade, let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Woo! Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. Got 5 points. 5 points, Pandas. What can you do? What can you do? Let's do it. I mean, that's just trading. When you become as good as me, it just becomes that easy to you. I'm just kidding. That was a pure gamble, Pandas. That was a pure gamble. I'm gonna say that right now. That was a pure gamble. I just saw the trading range and I felt like, okay, seems like we're trading. It seems like I'm accurate here. I think the new low is already created. Bottom of trading range on the trading range indicator. Let's go up, and I took 5 points. Pandas. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. And guess what? We're back green on this account. We're back green. I was like, last time, I think it's going up. I think it's going up. I'm just saying, Pandas, that I had my reasons. If I had to choose, that's the direction I would have gone, and I just showed you. But is it one of those, I mean, technically, you're still going up here, so if you enter long here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you got 10 points. I think even with this spike down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think even with this spike down, you're still in the trade. Like, it doesn't blow your account with that spike, with this small pullback here. I guess technically you could have passed any account. You need 12 points to pass an account with max contracts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would have just gotten out. Just gotten out with 12 points on this account. Ooh, I could have passed it, I guess. No, I mean, technically, it's okay now. Tracement. Maybe going to that 4,000 level. I wish I could tell you that I had some amazing setup about that, but I didn't. The only thing I could tell you is that I'm doing an eval, and that's a risk you can take in your eval. And notice though, Pandas, I was taking a 5-point risk with a 5-point profit, and so that was a 1-to-1. It was a 50-50 chance essentially. XAU Goblin says, did I enter based on news, result, or hocus pocus? I would say I have just a couple things why I want to go long. Like I mentioned already, breaker trend new low, bottom trading range. And if I were to choose a direction, if I have a trading range on my trading range indicator, I'm thinking of coming back up to it. Also, 5-minute chart was showing. So I like to have other charts. You guys can't see them because it would make this stream way too crazy, but I have other charts open on my screen and they're just on the side. But this is a second entry long forming at the bottom of the trading range on the 5-minute chart. And so another reason why I consider thinking that I think we may create this second entry long here off of this trading range, the bottom trading range on the 5-minute chart. 10,000 tick chart, not much for me. If anything, maybe bearish on the 10,000 tick. As you notice, there is a trading range on 10,000 tick chart. It's very small, but actually kind of giving some bearish feels here getting a big push up still. I mean, you could definitely pass any account, not on one candle, but with extra movement, you could have finished your pretty much any of the accounts at full max contracts at this point. So 30, so right here we have a small pullback. 1, 2, 3. Let's just say 4 point. It was like a 4 point pullback here. If you did max contracts on the 3000 tick, or sorry, the 300k account, which means you have 35 contracts, you multiply that by 50, and you multiply that by 4, you actually would survive this pullback because your drawdown is 7,000. And if you guys know, the trailing threshold is 7,500, so you would have about 500 to spare. I mean, including commissions, you're pretty close. You're very close to it, actually. Because with commissions, that 35 times 2, yeah, you're pretty close. But still, definitely, you would have been okay. Iron Crew says, so just shy of a 1 year trading. This is my first red week. That's not bad. If this is your first year of trading, and you only have 1 red week, that's really good. That's insane, actually. Second entry long forming here as well. Ooh, right off the 20 MA. The risk is quite large. Just bouncing around to 20 MA. Oof, this doesn't look good. You don't like the follow. You're very disappointed if you're entered long here and you're just in by 1 tick, and you see this follow through. You're very disappointed at this point. Which means that I'm not entering this because I would be disappointed. Like if I was actually in this trade, I'd be disappointed, and I would have, I'm glad I'm not in this trade right now. But that means that I'm just gonna wait for this to work out. I may come with a higher low setup here if we get it. Higher low won't be too bad. I think it'd be an okay setup. So we gotta push up like this. Higher low doesn't micro double bottom. Okay, it's gone. So if you enter long here, you just lost. You lost this trade. I mean, was that a bad trade to take? A, B, C, 20 EMA, good signal bar. The only problem with it, the risk is decently large. 1, 2, 3, 4 point risk. I don't know. It's tough. Trying to figure out why this trade was so bad. I mean, also when it does trigger, you're quite a far away from the 20 minute when it does trigger. If you like the signal bar, like actually, even though it just taps off of the 20 minute like this, in this situation, it may not be the best. You also have all this overlapping here. I don't know. It's not the worst. Let's just say it's not the worst trade. And if you took this trade, if you keep taking trades like this, I don't think it's the worst thing possible. I don't know. I'm trying to find good reasons not to take this trade. You have good reasons for it. Some bad reasons. You got this chop here. Consider that we're kind of in like a small choppy area with so much overlap. And quite possibly that could have affected you from going long there. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Because technically it's an overshoot if I don't know. That one's tough. I would definitely not take the trap because it's above the 20 MA. But that's tricky. I don't know. Look at the 5-minute strong bull bar. You're thinking, man, this is probably going to touch 4,000 level. No follow through. In fact, it just goes exactly opposite of it. Creating trading range price action. Jeez. All right. Hey, weird. I just want to think of a very nice way of articulating why this was such a bad trade. So bad that you would have skipped it 100 times out of 100 times. A second entry long off the 20 MA. What about this makes this so bad? Pandas, and this is where I want to ask you, what do you think? Why was this trade so bad? Not because I don't know. It's not because I don't know. I just want you guys to participate in this conversation, all right? Jeez, what a push down. What a push down. I mean, it's just a trading range, but it's a strong push down. Someone says, because the move up was off news, so you cannot consider it as a strong move. Okay. If that's something that you think, sure. If you're a pure price action enthusiast, practitioner, we'll call it, then it doesn't matter if it was based off news. It went up. Whatever caused it, doesn't matter. Double top perhaps from here. You're not trying to go long off of this potential trading range double top. The trading range indicator may have prematurely ended here. 10,000 tick chart trading range is still there. It's a strong push down, but when you look to the left of the chart, you're in a trading range. So this could be a bear leg in a trading range. There's no other way to really explain it other than that. And the thing is there's always a chance it might just break down. There's always, of course, always a chance of that either way. And that's $1 million question that no one really knows the answer to. When will the strong move down actually cause a breakdown? Or maybe this means that it's a less chance for it to actually break down. You may have to consolidate here for a while, then finally push down before coming out of the trading range. Who knows, really? But all I can say right now is that we have a strong bear leg in a trading range. Now, will it actually break down? I do not yet know. Will it reverse? I do not yet know. And if you think this is a strong trading range, then if you want to take your chances, what you can do is wait for a trap setup in this area. You wait for a failed second entry short. Another thing is that you do have a pretty significant move down. So you may want to wait for another push down, which will create a second entry long on the higher time frames. So what you want is, even though it does move up, you may want one more move down, and then after this move, you want to look for the failed second entry short here to find a reversal off the bottom's trading range. That is kind of what you're waiting for, and that's what I'm anticipating if I'm going to go long here. If I'm going to take a short trade here, I feel like I'll have to be very convinced after a couple legs down that, you know, this won't bounce off this trading range. I don't know how any other way to really say it other than that. It's a chance, and that's why trading range days are hard, because there's always a risk that you can reverse, you know, and reverse very quickly. Even after a strong move down like this, you're thinking, you know, if I saw this leg in another situation, I would be like, man, this is probably very bearish day. But if I look to the left, it doesn't seem so convincing anymore. It just seems like, okay, this potentially could be moving down. But what I see right now is some sort of expanding. It could be a wedge here. I don't know. Maybe a wedge caused here. And a wedge here, right? Creating this is this. If you've been here long enough, you know I hate this pattern. I hate expanding triangles. They are the worst pattern because what it means is that even if you have a super strong downtrend, you just don't know when it hits the bottom of this expanding triangle. It can come all the way back up to the top of the expanding triangle, and it's just very tricky because to get to one end to the other end of the expanding triangle requires a huge move. But if you're not cognizant of the expanding triangle, you may not realize you're maybe trading into support or resistance. Then that is why I hate expanding triangles. Exponential trade says uptrend had a break and a new high in place. It really depends on how you want to draw this channel. I mean, if you drew really tight, you can consider this a break of trend new high, and where you leave for reversal. Yeah, the only problem with that is, I guess you can get away with that in, you know, a trading range type price action. I guess I try to do that here. The only problem with that is just it's such a tight channel. You really just don't know. You really just don't know. Most market cycles, this kind of very tight and steep channel. I mean, even then, it's like, do you really have a breaker trend? Not really. Not really. If anything, you have an overshoot leading to an undershoot. Maybe that's the thing that would have really stopped me from entering this. If I made a channel here, I would saw, like I mentioned, an overshoot leading to undershoot. Maybe. Getting choppy now. Getting confusing. So even as a super strong downtrend like this, it looks like a super strong downtrend. Now you're getting price action that just confuses you, right? It's a limit order market. You know, you can only get price action that looks this overlapping when people are buying limit orders at the bottom, selling limit orders at the top. And you may want to participate in that. I don't know. I don't, but you know, people can catch early on to this, you know, are making money. I just feel like a lot of times when this happens, it's just an outcome of a lot of mixed trading. And yeah, that's just what I feel like. I mean, if you think about it, like the marketplace is just a big pool of a bunch of orders, right, happening. And the market moves the path of least resistance. If you think about it, that's what's happening. And so I know it's maybe confusing to think about like that, but that's what's happening, right? Like at any one time, you basically have every single order being placed, like stop order, market order, limit order, and it's you know, and the effects that you see when all those orders placed by many different people at one time, you know, this is kind of what the outcome that you see. Sometimes it pushes higher, sometimes it pushes lower, sometimes it goes sideways. You guys take entry short on a 10,000 tick chart. And this is what I mean by expanding triangle. I hate expanding triangles. No setup for us, regardless, so. Iron Cruz says, hopefully creates an electromagnetic propulsion to ignite the second after burner stage to push past the ICT propulsion block to catch my second two-tick target. Bottom of the expanding propulsion right here. I didn't even have a setup. I didn't even have a second entry short here, so what can I do? I don't feel FOMO because there was no boat. The boat never docked. The boat just swung by the island and went away. Never docked. Hugh says, I looked at the Humble Trader pole dancing video. Pretty funny. Hey, pandas, I'm going to say something controversial right now. And do not cancel me. I already said don't cancel me, so you can't do it, right? If you say that, you can't get canceled. I'm going to say something controversial. Not that I believe it. But it's just food for thought. Practicing my First Amendment right here. There is such thing as women privilege. There is such thing as women privilege. One of the privileges women get is that they can do what a man does, but get way more clout for it. For instance, if a guy plays chess, who cares? And streams himself. If a woman plays chess and streams herself, they have way more higher chance for greater clout. If a woman just does what a man does, if a woman does what a man just does ordinarily, in a sense, they can get way more higher chance for clout. I just think that is a privilege a woman has that a man does not have. Think about the things that guys do, right? Yeah, like cars, gaming. No, not saying that guys are the only ones who trade, but mostly dominated by guys, right? You can do anything, even like math or science, you know, things like that. Just anything that guys have a tendency to just do, I don't know, for fun or whatever. Just kind of comes naturally to a lot of guys. Not saying that a lot of guys math or science, but just in general, like engineering, let's just say. But you just have, instead of a guy, you have a girl doing it. That's what we'll call privilege. A privilege a girl has that no guy really has. Lloyd says, first day here, I'm leaving. I'm just saying. But can you say that's true for guys? Can you say that's true for guys? Like if a guy does things that women typically do, would they get the same clout? Would they get the same clout? For instance, yes. Like if a guy... Hey, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying that's just food for thought. Think about it. If a guy does, let's say, yoga, would they do better than a girl doing yoga? I don't know. Maybe some. You got a big push down. I don't have a setup here, so I'm not missing anything, but this is why I hate expanding patterns, because I'm always thinking maybe this is a failed breakout expanding pattern. It just has to go so far away from it. And sometimes it comes right back up into it after like a big breakdown. I don't know, pandas. I don't know. If it's not I keep saying propulsion. If it's not an expanding pattern, then we may have a setup, may have a channel that looks something like this. Monkey Rabbit comes with a judo type argument using the momentum against men and saying men sexualize women and now blame them for using that for profit. Blame them. All right. I'm not sure if I would blame them. I'm not sure if I'm blaming anyone here. Oh, but Roberto says women sexualize themselves? What is going on? I'm gonna get canceled. This stream is gonna get banned. Even after the amazing trades I've taken. Hey, let's just calm down. Let's calm down. And let's just pretend nothing happened here. This is pretend nothing happened. I'm just saying. I just think from what I've observed, let's say. I'm not saying I believe it. This is what I've observed. Can I make an observation, please? I honestly think it is two parts. It's two parts. It's called sin, guys. It's just sin. Everyone has some responsibility in this. It's called sin. It's called sin. Let's see here. What's going on? At what point do we say this expanding pattern is no longer something we should consider? Maybe double bottom here, higher low double bottom. Am I looking for a second entry short here, pandas? What would you guys do? We're looking for a second entry short here. If we get a setup here, A, B, C. Looks like a first entry market. Looks like we're not going to get any setup here. I don't know. But at this point, you're thinking, are we coming back into our expanding pattern? If it does come back to the 20 MA at this point, it always gets tricky. Okay, we lost our second entry short setup. Let me look at the overnight lows here. Okay, we just broke through the overnight lows. Quite quickly. Am I still looking for a second entry short is a question. In this entire sequence, there has been 0 second entry shorts. Which is the frustrating thing about trading only one single setup. You know, it sounds novel. And it is in some ways. Because you've only reduced your thinking by, just for one single setup. And oftentimes that's all you can think, that's sometimes all the bearing power that you have. But one thing about it is that since it's only one single setup, you just cannot enter trades when you don't get your setup. So if it's only one setup, then what can you do? Tanner says, cut the whole move. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. I guess you moved it from up here. This trap, maybe. You know what's funny though is that the news event did cause us to go up, but if news really dictated, the market, why is it back down? It doesn't make sense. At the end, it's all about price action. Like, who cares what the news is good or bad? At the end, it's about the price action. So it's about how the market reacts to it. Second entry short, possibly here. I don't know, pandas. I just don't know. I don't know. Daily chart, creating a decent signal bar to go short for a second entry short on daily. Second entry short forming here. Would you take this second entry short if it gets to the 20 MA? Would you consider this a downtrend? You're still in it, and or do you think we're at the end of the downtrend because we're bouncing off the previous or the overnight lows? Could be a support here. 10,000 tick chart also bouncing off the 240 SMA perfectly here. 10,000 tick chart. It's been a while since we've seen on 10,000 tick, to be honest. Very long time actually. Second entry short, pandas, would you take it? Main problem is that it may be bouncing off support here. Right, it's a failed breakdown of the previous or the overnight low, and now we're bouncing off of it. It may reverse back into the expanding pattern here. It's a decent looking signal bar. Jeez, that's a good looking signal bar. Wow, it ticks one tick beneath and reverses violently. Ooh, you never want to see that. You never want to see this. Oh, it comes back down. What's going on? Very confusing. I'm glad I'm not in this trade regardless if it works out, just because it's really scary. Really scary. I'm scared. I'm so scared. And maybe take the reversal if you like this bounce off of the support here. I'm going to sit on my pause here. I'm just unsure what's happening. We had such a strong move down to it. Let me get some more continuation. Maybe a lower high setup might be better. At this point, it's just all too confusing. Maybe... yeah, this is really confusing. I'm uncertain here. Trap does trigger, so you do lose on this trade. You went short here, you lost it, so I'm glad I didn't take that trade. Would I take the reversal here? For me, it seems like first breaker trend might look for a new low still. The only problem I didn't like the short is because we're coming off support here, off the overnight lows. So you lost that trade by 2 ticks. It might work out for you now, but typically you would want to wait for one more push up here. Looking for that L4 setup if we get one. Right, that's 4 pushes up if we get it. I'll look for the L4 here. A, B, C, and then another A, B, C. 2 L4s, or sorry, two-legged pullbacks in a row, creating an L4 setup. It's gonna be hard to come by here. I don't know. It's getting choppy at this point as well. It sucks that if you enter short here, you lost your trade already. But at this point, I'm looking for L4 setup. If we get one. L4 is 4 pushes up. You're trying to go short. It's a short setup.
$10,000 tick trap.
Interesting trade. Hard to take any trade here at this point. It's about 50-50. It pushes down. Okay. What can you do? It got really confusing there. So I'm not taking a trade there. It's got very confusing. But looking for a new low is what I'm expecting before we do reverse, if we do reverse today. Watching this go. No setup. I mean, if I did take the second short, you lost it, actually. Another attempt here, but at this point it's too choppy. So good skip, in my opinion, even though it works out. Well, it doesn't really work out, but even the second one does work out. You're skipping that one as well. Maybe a lower high might have been a good setup here, but we didn't get it. We got a micro double top instead. I would have maybe considered a lower high setup here. But yeah, it's just really all too confusing. If anything, now at this point, maybe look for a reversal. But the move down was so strong. Multiple legs down here. Hard to say. Big Mama would be triggering the previous day's low or previous day's low. Triggering the previous day's low. I don't think we'll get there, but who knows? Maybe we will. I'll have a Big Mama set up there if we do. Jeez, it's really far down though. Daily chart, just basically reversing this. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. Starting to look like trading range almost. I don't know. It is a second entry short, so I'll probably have to take it, but that's a Big Mama for you. Notice Big Mama already happened in the overnight session where we broke above the previous candle's high. Boom. We already made our bamboo there. Tanner says double trap's been happening a lot. Yep, so what he means by double trap, guys, if you guys don't know what that means, is that this is a double trap. A, B, C. You got a second entry short here. That traps. But this trap doesn't make a scalp either. And then it traps again, what we call a double trap. So two traps in a row. The trap traps, essentially. Okay, we got that second push down. This would be a decent area to look for a reversal, in my opinion. Second entry short forming here, too far away from 20 May. Too far below the 20 May to take a trap as well. Let me sit on my pause. I'm a good amount right now, so I may sit on my pause here. End green today on St. Paddy's Day. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice, pandas? Wouldn't that be nice? Posture check, everybody. Posture check. Just found myself slouching. Ugh. A, B, C. See, on this channel, not only do I care about your health as a trader, but your health as your body. All right, guys. I'm looking for the health of your whole well-being. All right. That's the kind of care you get on this channel. Amazing. I might as well start a yoga channel. I might as well start pole dancing. Hydration check. True. Drink some of that water. H2O. Am I looking for a reversal here, pandas? Man, that's wild. Would I look for a reversal here? Such a strong move down. I don't know if I really want to look for a reversal here, but I might. I end up saying I might. I say I may or I might. Just combine the two words. Just I might. That's it. The humble panda. maybe I should call myself that. The humble panda. Hey, that's a good name. Humble panda. Oh, interesting. Something's wrong with my rhythmic. No, it's orange. There it is. Goodbye. No, thank you. Skip it. Skip it. I wasn't going to take that second just short above the 20 minute like that. But I considered taking the trap because the second just short setup was so ugly. With a breaker trend new low. There may be a measure move. 10,000 tick chart. There may be a measure move down to this level here. 39.40. So we may get another push down. Kyle Luber's coming in with the big self-awareness saying, I've been flaring disaster all day. I'm going to stop with my $200 in losses and come back Monday. Hey, $200 in losses is nothing. You can make that back in 2 scalps. And if it means that you're going to not lose, more money, then please. That's amazing self-awareness. Hopefully all of us can have that self-awareness as well. You're just finding yourself entering trades that you should not trade and finding yourself, doing reckless things. Here are a couple of reckless things. One thing, you're not doing your system. That's the first reckless thing. Second reckless thing, you trade too large. You double the amount of contracts you normally trade, whatever it is, trade too large. Third thing, you move your stop loss. You move your stop loss. You're not paying attention to your stop losses. You're not paying attention to your price targets either. And you move your stop losses, making your potential losses infinite, because once you start moving your stop loss, you've already removed the kind of backstop that you need to have for yourself, regardless of how you feel. Once you remove that backstop, then it's kind of free game. You have potential of infinite losses at that point. And four, just in general, just how do you feel? What's your mood? Are you in a good mood? Are you in a bad mood? It's just simple as that. Are you in a stress mood? Are you in a relaxed mood? Are you trading, out of anger? Or are you trading out of, hey, out of happiness? I don't know, whatever the opposite of anger is. Are you just, you got to have that amazing self-awareness. Anger, peace, trading in peace. Yeah, let's try that. Trade with peace. Les Hodges. So for the indicator, it defaults to a 1-point scalp. Change it to a 2-point scalp. That's what we're using right now. Pandas, this is the last Friday that you're going to be able to take advantage of BBM 80. So if you want to take advantage of it, please do so before it ends. You have 4 days left. It's going to end on 3/21, and that's next Tuesday. So take advantage of it while you can. I mean, 80% off BBM 80. That's such a good deal. I just think that if you're on the fence, this is the time to jump in, because it's 80% off not only the first month but the lifetime of the eval. So you can honestly just use it, right? if you're like, should I buy Ninja Trader? How do I pay for market data? Do I want to do all of this? I need to practice more. Honestly, just get the 25K eval. It's like less than $30 a month. And what you can do is you get free data. You can trade on sim. Don't even trade on your 25K account so you don't blow it. But even if you do blow it, it resets automatically at the end of the month. So once it renews. So that's the beautiful thing about the evals, is that if you do blow it, they'll reset automatically with the renewal. And when you have 80% off, it's just such a small risk for what you can possibly gain. And I just think if you're on the fence, this is the time to do it. Apex, I think, is the place to, if you're on the fence, I would highly recommend Apex for anyone. So use the link in the description if you want. I encourage you guys to do it. But for those who like to trade on personal money, then kudos to you. I've done that already. I've lost thousands. When I say thousands, I mean I lost tens of thousands of dollars trading with my own money. But now, because I'm trading with Apex, I prevent myself from losing all that money. So, but pandas, with that being said, thanks for joining the stream. You guys have been great. I think we will be back on Monday at 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. 9:15 for me. Kyle Ubers, thanks for the $2 super chat. You just wanted to put this sticker up for cool. Hey, thanks for your support. I do appreciate it. And Kyle Ubers, honestly, was just like $3 more. You could just become a panda and you get access to the pre-market show. I'd love to see you guys. I'd love to see all you guys. If you guys don't know, there's a pre-market show every single day before the main stream. And if you want to see my account balances, you want to see how much, if you want to follow my journey a little more closely, if you want to see all my off-stream trades, then that's there for you guys. I believe I'm the only person on all YouTube who actually provides this for people, for people who are actually interested. And so that's there for you guys. But pandas, do appreciate it. Thanks for your support, Kyle. Really appreciate it. And I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your day. Make sure you guys trade safe, stick to your plan, and stick to your risk rewards. Don't do anything crazy. And I'll see you guys Monday. So pandas, be on the lookout for Big Mama video. I'm thinking about putting it out soon. I mean, I'm refining it. I'm looking it up. I don't want to put anything out there that's not like, really. I want to, tune it so it's nice. Pandas, I'll let you guys know. You'll be able to see that. Make sure you sub, so you'll see that video when it comes out. Pandas, with that being said, thanks for being here. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.